Hello, this is High Nation of Wall Street with another episode. I'm back again to give it to you back to back based on the happenings going on in the market. You're welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a great day today. Okay, this evening, morning, afternoon, depending on the country you are watching me right now, we're going to be talking about the catalysts that could likely skyrocket the price of Bitcoin to an unimaginable value in the month of July. The catalyst that could likely skyrocket it or drop it much more lower in the month of July. Now the question is, will the month of July be as bearish as other months of July of the previous years, or will this coming month of July print something bullish? I told you guys that the month of May, June, July and September is always favorable for the bears. So but the question is this time going to be different? Yeah, likely, but it depends on the catalyst. Yeah, so there are some dates you shouldn't joke with. So I'm going to be talking about those catalysts that could likely print much more profit in your bag in the month of July, or drop it much lower than expected. But then take very good notes of those dates and those catalysts that could push the price of Bitcoin much more higher. So one thing out of these two things had to play out for the price of Bitcoin to push up. Now it is going to be much more favorable for altcoins, not for Bitcoin majorly. You know, last year 2023, towards the last quarter of 2023, the price of Bitcoin pushed upon hearing that the BTC ETF is going to be approved, and traders were so hopeful. Hopium rose, and people, a lot of money, fund flows, and up till now it kept flowing with the hope that Bitcoin is going to smash the 80,000 and then hit the $100,000 and above. So now is the time to talk about the altcoins, because Bitcoin has been doing pretty well since the ending of 2023, but our alt keep bleeding. Like Bitcoin has been doing so well, much more than a lot of alt, except altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, Rune, and few other coins. But majority of your alts has been bleeding, and they've not really been giving you that vibe to invest more or to hold crypto more. So now we're talking about ETH ETF, the Ethereum ETF. Ethereum ETF happens to be a major catalyst for altcoins, and I know that for your alts to skyrocket, for altcoins to print massive profit like you've been expecting, the ETH approval has to be done. The approval is very, very vital for traders. So another date to watch out for is the 11th of July. But then I'm looking at something. I have my prediction, and it is that the CPI report will likely come out 3.3% decline, kind of a 3.3. You know, last month we got a 3.4, and sometime we've been on 3.5, 3.4. So if anything below 3.4 comes out for us, or any report that's below 3.3, is going to be very massive for the market. Mark what I just said. High Nation said that if the CPI report of 11th of July comes out below a 3.3, that's anything from 3.2 down, it's going to be very, very, very bullish in the month of July. It will so shock those that only depend on technicals. I'm a technical trader that believe on fundamentals. I look at this analysis, I look at the technicals, I look at the fundamentals, I look at the SMC, you know, smart money concept, and then the macroeconomics to determine what I'm doing in the market, because nobody wants to lose his money, and we shouldn't lose the money carelessly, even though losses occur, but it shouldn't be a careless one. So we should watch out for that date on the 11th of July. And I repeat, 3.3% CPI report is very likely, but anything below that 3.3 will be more massive. 3.3 will be cool for the market, like it's going to be bullish on the 3.3, but anything below 3.3 will be massively bullish for the market. You get? Then, but if we get anything 3.5 to the upside, 3.5, 3.6 CPI report on that 11th of July, then the bearish bias will continue. The sentiment and the market hope everything is going to crash down to very negative bias. Nobody will think bullishly, and the market will continue to be bearish. That's from 3.5 to the upside, 3.5, 3.6. But I am not expecting 3.5. Mark my word, I am not expecting 3.5, 3.6. I'm expecting something much lower. From my analysis and informations I've gathered so far as I analyze the market on the macro economies, I expect a 3.3, but then 3.4 is kind of likely, because we'll be ranging at 3.4, 3.5, 3.3. But I'm watching out for a 3.3, but then anything below that 3.3 is going to be massively bullish. 3.3 is also going to be cool. I repeat, it's also going to be cool or bullish for the market, because it's a proof or an indication that the rate of inflation is actually dropping. So what the Federal Reserve wants to see is that inflation is dropping, and that their fight to curb inflation is actually effective. So it will be bullish irrespective of the months, the cycle, the quarter that we are in. Yes, the quarter. Then finally, for today, we'll be looking at the month of July 30th and 31st. That's when there's going to be a meeting and a gathering. That meeting will not be effective if it will not be effective, like not really, the speech will not really matter if our CPI report comes out just as I predicted, just as I've predicted already. So if it comes out at that range of 3.3 down, then the FOMC meeting on the 30th, fine, will be cool. And then on the 31st of July, there is going to be a huge pump on that 31st, breaking August. There's going to be a continuation of higher highs from that 30th, 31st, breaking into August 2024. Yes, hold me by my word. If this CPI report drops to that region I watch out for or look up to, then on the 30th or 31st of July is gonna the speech that's gonna be given or delivered by Jerome Powell, who happens to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve, is going to skyrocket the markets more into the month of August. But if the prediction didn't play out, because certainty is not assured in this market, so the nature of this market is speculation. That's the nature. Though some persons are good at the way they analyze the market critically and then drop their prediction and probably plays out at 80%, 70%, but then sometimes they don't play out. Yes, I'm an example. Not all my predictions plays out, so sometimes I predict and they don't play out. So I wouldn't drag every credit to myself. Like high nation everywhere. We are trying the little we could. Yeah, people are seeing the impact of the World War. Sometimes too, we draw the prediction and they don't play out. So if this prediction fails, and we see anything 3.5 to 3.6 up on that July, means there's going to be a more bearish bias and continuation of bearish sentiment in the market on the month of August, first week, starting on that 31st of that opportunity. Please, I hope you're getting some insight and valuable information through this channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel, smash the like button and hit the